Whether you're driving to your office, taking your kids to school, going to the gym, going to the grocery store, you're driving. Or for those of you who live in the big metro city, public transportation, bus perhaps. Regardless, transportation, you're trying to get somewhere. And Americans, we are great at that. We are driving all the time. Heck, here in Texas, there's highways that go everywhere. In fact, I remember driving through Los Angeles. I-5 and 17 different freeways came in, and they called it like the Orange Crush. And there's 8 lanes in every direction. We drive, drive, drive. But where am I going with all this? I'm a couple minutes in on my pick of the week, and I haven't even talked about what stock we like, or ETF, or mutual fund. Well, here's the reality. We're going to drive our cars, that's it, our existing cars, a lot longer than we probably once thought we would. Now let me ask you something. Now that we're in a frugal society, how often are you going to be doing that leasing situation? Are you going to keep turning your car in every 36 months on lease? How often are you going to be buying a new car? Not often. Now, I'm not a car guy. I'm far, far, far and away not a car guy. However, I did once drive a V8 Mustang. Oh baby, was that a great engine. You could hear a Mustang coming from a quarter mile away. There's nothing like a Ford V8 Mustang. But, wasn't I lucky? It was this time about a year ago that I got rid of that Mustang. You know why? It was high gas prices. I flipped that Mustang just in time to get a little turbocharged burner. Would double the gas mileage almost. But you know what? Gas is back down to $1.49. I should reverse that arbitrage immediately. Flip right back into the V8 Mustang. Now's the time to do that. I'm going to call the Ford dealership right now, see what they could find. Anyway, time out. Let's get back on course here. Let's talk about stocks. Where am I going with all this? I'll tell you where I'm going. Auto parts. Retailing. Let me ask you this. How many retailers do you think have positive same-store sales growth over the last 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months? How many? Outside of Walmart, or Dollar Tree, or 99-cent stores. I could probably name them on one or two hands. We're talking same-store sales growth. 4 words, same-store sales growth. Well, in the automotive market, there's the big 3. And the big 3 is AutoZone, Advanced Auto, and O'Reilly Automotive. In fact, the big 3, I think of the big 3 as the Boston Celtics. Don't you? Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen? Isn't that the big 3? And boy, the Celtics are having a great year, aren't they? Anyway, auto parts, same-store sales growth. Now, why is that? All this gibberish that I've been talking to you about for the last 3 or 4 minutes, it tells you why. People are driving their cars longer. That's not going to change any day soon. Going back to my example, America in 5 years or America in 5 months, we are all going to continue to drive our cars a lot longer. And what does that mean from an investment implication? It means AutoZone, Advanced Auto, and O'Reilly are probably good plays. So let's square in on the one. And I figured since we're talking about the Caribbean and Mexico and developing countries, why not go Irish? Although I'm not sure what the connection is. But O'Reilly Automotive, that's the ticker of the day, ORLY. That's ORLY for you home gamers. That's going to be our pick of the week. So let's talk about ORLY. You know what? This one's easy. I may have driven a Ford Mustang, but that didn't mean I knew diddly squat about engines or cars or parts or things that go inside the engine or inside the car. Basically, I knew nothing. All I knew it has had 300 sweet horses, and that's all I wanted under that hood. Let me read you something from O'Reilly Automotive. Now you tell me if this is a great market to be in right now as an investor. This is a company out of Missouri, as a matter of fact. This is what their stores sell. Let me just list this off. I think this is fascinating. New and remanufactured auto parts, which include alternators, starters, fuel pumps, water pumps, brake shoes, pads, belts, hoses, chassis parts, engine parts, maintenance items such as oil, antifreeze, fluids, wipers, filters, blades, lighting, engine additives, and appearance products, no less. Floor mats, seat covers, and a whole line of auto body paint and related materials, automotive tools, professional service equipment. What more do I need to say? That sounds like a company that's going to make hay during a recession. That's going to make money during a depression. I don't care what's going on in the world. In the new frugal society, O'Reilly Auto Parts is going to be making bank for a long, long time. Did you know? Unusual stat of the day. During the last recession in 2001-2002, what stock outperformed the S&P 500 by a component of 50%? That's F-I-F-T-Y. 50% better than the market. O'Reilly Auto. Are we talking about a classic recession play? Yes. Now, here's the key point. There's a catalyst here. O'Reilly purchased another West Coast-based auto company earlier this year. Now, O'Reilly apparently had been based primarily in the Midwest and the Southeast, and they bought out, for all cash, mind you, a West Coast-based distributor. So they are implementing and integrating that acquisition as we speak. Apparently the third quarter report that came out on October 30th was only so-so, and it was primarily based on trying to get the West Coast operation in sync with the rest of O'Reilly. So that's a good opportunity to buy when there's a little bit of a wrinkle going on in their operations. That's opportunity though. And in fact, the stock's only in the 29s, $3 off a 52-week high. Yes, $3 off a 52-week high. And in our book, it has great intermediate relative strength. So, also note, when they bought that West Coast company, they paid cash. Of the big three, this firm has the best balance sheet. And I think in the world where we live today, if you have any kind of debt, if you have to rely on the capital markets, things just aren't happening. So you might as well go with the best of breed balance sheet. What else can I tell you? Other than trips to Jamaica, trips to Mexico, and oh, that wonderful trip to Turks and Caicos. I mean, think of it this way. When you land in an airport and all you want to do is get to the hotel, and you depend on and trust your life with a taxi cab driver who's driving a 30-year-old Volkswagen Bug, whether it's with your spouse or your girlfriend or your children for that matter, you're relying on a 30-year-old Volkswagen Bug, which has been stitched together time and time again to get you to your hotel and back again. So you're not telling me how amazingly kept up that these people can keep their cars. Why can't America do that? In fact, that's what America will be doing for the next 10 years. Materialism is out, people. Frugality is in. So, that's the sound of your car opening in the morning. And in fact, that's not the sound of you going and getting a new set of keys every year. That's so 90s. That's so last year. That ain't ever happening again. People are going to keep driving their cars and extending the life of their cars much more than they ever anticipated, and that's going to play into O'Reilly Auto Parts. So, it's your call. It's a great theme. If you think it's worthwhile doing, then you take a stab at it. O-R-L-Y. So people, that's all I have for you today. This is John Schloegel, investwithanedge.com, with your pick of the week. Good luck. We'll see you around.